pupils? This is Gene coming to you with Reload from the Hot Pot. Hey, today we got the traditional old cardboard M&P Smith & Wesson box. Now you already know by the title of this what's in the box. M&P. I went to my Blackwing Shooting Center, Delaware, Ohio, and they had one of these in the case, and only one, and I brought it home. I brought home a Smith & Wesson 10mm auto and 4.625 inch barrel. And I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Charles over at Blackwing Shooting Center in Delaware, Ohio. Great salesman, great personality, great to deal with. He is my go-to sales guy. Now, I've owned quite a few 10mm. I really love the cartridge, but I don't like the firearms most of them are chambered in. I've had a lot of issues with 10mm on feeding, failure to extract, and it doesn't matter if it was with factory rounds, self-defense rounds, or reloaded rounds on the minor, medium, and major loads. I have owned two Glock 20s. Both of them had severe failures. I've owned two 1911s chambered in 10mm, and one ate my cases, and I reload, so that's a bad thing. And the other one just had failures to feed, constantly failures to feed. It did not matter what kind of rounds I put to it, what brand it was, it had failures. So I've gotten rid of the other four 10mm pistols that I have had. And I went and picked this one up yesterday in hopes that things go a little better this time. I have had this out of the box to look at everything, but I'm going to open the box back up with you guys here. There, we got the pistol in the traditional anti-rust blue wrapping. Inside the little compartment here. And they give you just a little compartment. So you're going to have to buy a plastic case for this if you want to keep stored. You get two, count them, two 15-round magazines. I did look for other magazines and having no luck finding them. You do to get a total of 4 palm swells, back straps, whatever you like to call them. And then in this, you get 6 different optics plates with screws. Also in the box, you do get a registration card from Smith & Wesson, California firearms warning, and your instruction manual. In the manual itself, it is the M&P 2.0 10mm and 4.625 inches. Manual is written really well. Things are in red, things are in black. It's very descriptive. Shows you how to do a complete field stripping. Shows you how to change the palm swells, the assembly, disassembly of everything. It is very informative. If you've never experienced firearms before, this is a decent manual. A lot better than some, not as good as others. So this one's about the middle of the road. And naturally you get your traditional lock, which is, it's green. It's pretty cool. I like the color. That's going to look real good locking up something in my garage. To my YouTube reviewer, this is a stock pistol out of the box coming from the manufacturer. And out of the box, I mean literally out of the box. The cardboard box. Still have the safety, the empty chamber flag in it. We're going to take that out. Throw that over in the box. We're going to show clear. No magazine. No ammo on the table. This is the Smith & Wesson M2.0 chambered in 10mm. 4.625 inch barrel. Just take a quick look around it and then we'll go over the entire pistol. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at that flat blade trigger. Let's go take a little look over this pistol from bottom to top. How about that? There we got a large mag well to accommodate the larger magazines for the 10mm, which are also the same magazines for the 45 except for the follower and the feed lip width. There is no flaring in the mag well, so this is not a speed reloader. We do have a disassembly tool back here that comes out that can be used to punch out the pins, and you also take this out to change this back strap. It does go back in quite easily, latches on. It does have a hole for a lanyard as well. The grip is very nice, very grippy texture. Yeah. If you grab that too long, you're going to get some red hands, but that's okay because this is a 10 millimeter and you need some good M&P 2.0 grip texture on there to help you hold on to this thing. The mag release button is in a very good spot. We're going to take a magazine that is empty, insert it. It does kick the magazines out of it quite nicely. So it is very reachable without having to adjust my grip much. Excellent. The undercut on the trigger guard is pretty good. Get you right there on the grip. And I've got some nice beefy hands, but you can see that I am on the edge of the mag well, even with this big grip on here. Trigger guard is large enough if you have a small glove on, not anything big. You definitely would not want to use this with winter gloves, that's for sure. It does come with your traditional 1913 Picatinny rail with 3 slots for your lights, lasers, chainsaws, pizza cutters, or anything else you would want to put on there. We're going up to the slide now. We do have a nice extension here for the 4.625 inch barrel. Some really nice scallop slide serrations in that fish scale-like texture that Smith & Wesson is becoming famous for. M&P 10 millimeter, M2.0, rear slide serrations. Yeah, that same fish scale scallop. On the other side, same thing. We do have ambidextrous slide catch releases, and the magazine release is interchangeable to the left side for the lefties out there. So this is a perfect ambidextrous gun. As I showed with the plates, this is the Optics Ready model and does come with suppressor height sights. Very nice sights. It's a simple 3-dot system, like we see on a lot of other guns. The full specs of this are as follows. It does weigh 29.3 ounces, has a length of 7.9 inches, a width of 1.3 at its widest point, and a height of 5.6 inches. It does hold 15 plus 1 rounds of sweet 10 millimeter. Because when you need a break, just take 10. It is a full-size frame, just like the M&P 45. Smith & Wesson has made the fantastic decision to get rid of that hinge trigger. That dreaded hinge trigger that everybody changes with an Apex, or there's a couple other companies out there, but Apex is the most popular trigger to put in a Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson actually went with a flat blade trigger now. As you see in the review of the Shield 9 Plus, it also has the exact same bladed trigger with the dingus in there in the middle. Trigger pull is not too bad. We're going to show clear again. We have not done anything else with this. The trigger pull is not too bad. It's real gritty. Can you hear that? See that little scuffle there? But once you're back to the wall, you do get a clean break and a decent reset. It does not kick your finger out there like some other manufacturers' guns do, but it is a decent reset. I think with some rounds in it over time, this trigger will greatly improve. We're going to get my trigger pull gauge out here. I love having this thing. I don't know why I went so long without having one. We're going to try to get a trigger weight on here. Just stock out of the box, and then later down the road we'll do another review. Stock out of the box, we're looking at 4.5 pounds. See that? Get that to focus in. There we go. 4.5 pound trigger. That's pretty good. We're going to take a couple more just to see if that reading is accurate. And again, we have just over a 4.5 pound trigger. Now everybody else I've seen doing this trigger pull is getting a 5.5 pound. But with some rounds through this, I think that'll lighten up quite a bit. We should be able to get that down to a 4 to a sub 4 pound trigger. I forgot to cock it. Hey, you'll have that. Get it right in the middle of that dingus. Oh, now we're showing a 5.5. Here, let's do that again. Let's do that one more time. We're going to go ahead and give this 4 pulls. And again, we're at 5.5. I don't know, what was that? First one a fluke? I need to do that one more time because that's just kind of throwing me off. Now we're just under 5.5. So we're just going to call that about a 5-pound trigger. 5.25 pound. Like I said, over some time, this should really, really, really come into play. I've owned a few Smith & Wessons. I own an ST9VE, a Shield, Smith & Wesson 22, Smith & Wesson 9mm in the past, and I have traded them off, bought, sold, trade, for different things, just to review on the channel. But I think this one might be a keeper. I think it just might be. We're going to take it out to the range next. We'll do a range review of it, but this is my first impressions of it. So here's my first impressions of it. When I got it out of the showcase and I got it in my hand, it felt good. It fills my hand in. I like a firearm that fills my hand. This is just long enough for my pinky. Man, I got some big hands. The controls of it, very easy to manipulate. Left side I have not tried because, well, I'm not left-handed. The takedown of it is very simple. We'll do a field strip, which is just for general cleaning and maintenance here in just a second. But, man, love it, love it. Love the front serrations, love the rear serrations. Yes, very happy with it. Suppressor height sights, optics ready. That's going to be a good one, hopefully. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You can see on the frame where they took the manual safety off of it and just put a plug. A little disappointed with that. I think it's kind of annoying looking. And it's on both sides because the safety is ambidextrous on the safety models. Yeah, I don't like that. That disappoints me. Other than that, I'm pretty good with it. Now to field strip this for general cleaning and maintenance, you want to make sure it's clear. Check the chamber, nothing in the magazine well. Lock slide back. Lower this lever down. Let the slide go home. Pull the trigger and release it. On the inside of the M&P 2.0, it's pretty clean. Nice constructions. Pretty small rails there. Not very beefy. Back one's a little bit beefier than the front. I expected to see some heavier rails in this. I really did. So we can get that to focus in. See how small those rails are for a 10mm? Kind of odd. But, if it's working, it's working. But we shall see if it is a working. On the inside of the slide, we have a steel guide rod, captured flat wound spring. We have the sweet 4.625 inch 10mm barrel. Look how long that chamber is. Very nice polished feed ramp. Nice rifling. Very good looking. Inside the slide, we have traditional, excellent machining. Now, I don't know what these dots are for. Anybody know what those dots are for? Tell me down below, because I don't know why that is. Kind of weird. But the machining is very nice, as always with all Smith & Wesson items. Little safety plunger there, your striker, back plate. Nice beefy front end. Good heavy slide. That should really handle those 10mm rounds without a problem. Got the barrel back in it. Guide rod, recoil spring. Slide it back onto its home, lock it back, flip it up. Good to go. Check function, trigger pull, trigger reset, trigger pull. Overall, I like it. I think I'm really going to like it. And most of the reviews I've seen on this, I've seen a couple problems running some hollow point stuff, actually some self-defense ammo with it jamming up and hitting the top of the barrel. So we're going to see if that happens with mine. Well, I've got some, I don't have much 10mm ammo, not as far as self-defense rounds, but I got a little Cellar and Balo, and I've got a bunch of reloads that I've done with some medium to high power pistol loads. So we'll take this to the range and see how it does. Well, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. If you would, please like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you like about my new intro video. And oh, check out this tech mat. This is the new tech mats. These things are thick, cushy, and big. Look at that. This one's for the Smith & Wesson Shield, which is my woman's carry gun. So she got this for her channel, but I'm using it for mine today. And she doesn't know it. She will soon enough. All right. Thank you very much for watching, my pupils. I greatly appreciate you. And always remember to keep blowing the smoke.